We are live. Hey, everybody, and happy Thursday. And let me just make sure we're in the group. I always like to make sure. Okay, we're not yet. Testing.
Oh, I just got notification.
Oh, good. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so as promised, I wanted to bring Beth Hanner. Everybody say hi to Beth. Hi, Beth.
Okay.
I wanted to bring Beth to talk about her scent club. So just a couple of things first. You made a post about the dollar amount. There's Alexis. Hey, Alexis, how's it going? But you made a post about the dollar amount of the scent flirt or the scent club that you had this month, and it caught my attention because I'm like, holy cow, that's a great way to start the month. So you typically start your month off with $800 to $1,000 just in scent club orders, right?
Easily.
So I wanted today for you to talk to us about a little bit about it. You know, you don't have to go into big detail because actually Beth is going to be one of the speakers at Be the Change. So anybody who's coming to that, you're going to get a lot more detail, and I'm super excited about that. You're going to be speaking for that. But I did want you to share with everybody a little bit about it today. And tell us a little bit when you first got started, because I'm sure you didn't start off with $800 to $1,000 in a month.
Heck no.
Yeah.
No way.
Tell us a little bit about that. I'm going to kind of give you the screen if you don't mind, and then you just
go
into it. And then I will let you know and pop in when I see some questions or towards the end. But if anybody that has questions, feel free to ask in the little thing on the side.
We're super laid back.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. This is great. And I just appreciate you.
Looks like we've got about 9 people, and I've got my comments up
awesome.
too so I can see.
Yeah. I see Alexis, because she must have a Be Live account. And then I see Facebook users. So if you want to let us know who you are, be sure to put your name next to your comment, because it won't tell us on here. So anyway. All right. I'm going to hide, and not literally, but I'm going to hide and let you go. So
yes.
Go, girl.
Yes.
Thank you, Beth.
Hi, guys. We got say some hellos. I can still talk to you then, right, Dana? Whenever you can still hear me.
Okay, you can't hear me when
I can hear you, but you have to be on the screen. I can only hear you whenever I can see your face. I just wanted to know.
Okay. So
that's okay though. It's okay. You can go off, and then if I have a question for you, or if you need to pop on, just pop on.
If you see me pop on, then you'll know that somebody had a really, a question that I wanted to stop. So, okay, perfect. Yeah. We got this.
Okay. So, hi, Summer. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. I'm Beth Hanner. Thanks for the introduction. I started Scent Club it would have been April of 2020. So I cannot take 100% credit for this. I actually was introduced to Scent Club from my really good friend, Michelle Hurd. She actually started this during COVID. And like a lot of you, I think for me, I was a little worried on how I was going to keep my business going, and knowing that these customers were going to need stuff. And, I kind of had the feeling like there's nothing to lose, so to speak. So why not give us a try and see what happens? So in April of 2020 was when I first decided to start this. I had 4 people were my first 4, and I wish I could remember those first 4, my very first month. And then it just progressively got larger as the months kind of carried on. As to date, December 2021, I have my largest amount of Scent Club members at 76. So of course it didn't go from that overnight. So there's kind of, it's a pretty simple process. And just so I kind of know who my audience is, if you're brand new and you have no idea what Scent Club is, let me know so I can, maybe go a little bit more detail. I think a lot of us already kind of have an idea, but I want to tell you guys how I do mine. And I think that when I think about how I do it, simplicity is what comes to mind. Very simple. It's a very simple process. So when I started this, 4 people, I had 4 set people, and I think those 4, of course, spread the word to the next 4, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. But the process is something I think that everybody can kind of learn from. So there's several things that I think have really made this work. When Dana asked me to speak on this, I will be honest with you guys, I was kind of nervous because I thought, I just do it. Like, I don't really know, like, how to kind of, give them what it is that I do, but I'm going to try to my best really hard to kind of tell you my process. So I did tell Dana yesterday when we were talking that when I advertise this, this is advertised in my VIP group. My VIP group is something that I started probably about 6 months into my 8-year pink zebra journey. I do not, and this is just my personal preference, I don't have thousands of people in this group. I want to say I just checked it right before I popped on with you guys. I have around 460 to 465 or something like that members in this club group. So every month they kind of have this expectation that I'm going to be reaching out to them. So it's kind of like they wait for me to message or whatnot. And I always kind of like to do it the last couple days, if not maybe the last 3 days of the month. So here's what I do. I will reach out, and I'm happy to, I didn't tell you this, Dana, but I'm happy to actually post my verbiage if you guys want to see what I say. But I'm just going to throw out some words at you guys just to kind of, so you have an idea when I'm reaching out to these people. And I'll also give you some verbiage to use if you're just starting this brand new. Okay. So usually around the 29th or the 30th, I'll start with my list. And I'm a pen and paper girl. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So this is one of, I think, 3 little binders. I'm also a highlighter. I know that's kind of weird too. But it says at the top, December, scent flirt, whatnot. And then I have the name of the people. Now, a lot of these people I will have already spoken to like the month prior. If they're brand new, then they go at the end. But this is like as simple as it gets. I write down their names. And then after I've touched base with them and they let me know what it is that they want, I'll write that down. That's that process. So 29th of the month comes around and I might say, my Aunt Terry is the first one. So I'll say, hey, Aunt Terry, I'm just checking in. I cannot believe it is the end of November. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm working on my scent club and I just wanted to see what you think about White Balsam. That is the fragrance of the month. And since it's my aunt, she'll come back and she'll say, I absolutely loved it. She actually has 5 jars on her order. Put me down for 5 jars and I'll pick it up next week or whatnot. If it's somebody not like my aunt, then I'm going to look a little bit further down. Okay. Casey, my friend Casey. I reached out to her and I said, hey, Casey, it's Beth. I just wanted to let you know that I'm working on my scent club. The scent of the month is White Balsam. And I just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that. As always, you can always swap out if you didn't like it. What did you think? Or sometimes I might spin it around and say, I really love, I was a huge fan of White Balsam. So I might say, I'm thinking that it smells just like Christmas. And I'm going to pair it up with some aspen pine, or I'm going to pair, I might kind of give them a suggestion. I don't, every now and then I'll take it and kind of tweak it to kind of make it feel a little bit more personal. And so I send that same message. If you've ever used Facebook Messenger, you know how you can forward that on to everybody. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that saved me, especially when you're working with 76 people. So I don't have to go in and individually text every single person a personalized message. That would take me forever to do. So I'll forward on the same message. And then a lot of times they'll pop back in and say, hey, I loved it. Add me down for the bundle or add me down for the single jar. Or, I really wasn't a huge fan of that. Can I swap it out for XYZ? Of course they can. And that's kind of how that process works. It's actually so easy. It's painful to me because I'm messaging these people, and in the process of the message, a lot of times if they say, hey, for example, my friend Casey, she's like, yes, I loved it. Put me down. Okay. And I know Casey's a Venmo user. So I'll send that invoice over in Venmo, usually immediately. And then a lot of times, just so I have some kind of a system in place, I'll write on there, like with Casey, I checked marked her that she'd paid. Okay. Or there's Jeannie. Okay. That she'd paid. And then when I put it together, the highlight, this is just my system. That means that I've put it together. So I'm currently, the irony is I've been working on these the last couple days, as far as, what I'm going to, getting them out and that sort of thing. So I just got a big shipment yesterday with part of it. So I've been doing that.
Can you read the questions?
Yeah, I actually can. So I have
Okay,
Facebook
good.
popped up on my phone, so I can actually see who's asking it too.
Perfect.
Hey, Tabby.
Alexis is asking if you forward it, how many people, or can they see how many people you've sent it to? If you're forwarding that in Messenger.
No, and I don't believe so. I'll ask one of my friends if I don't think so. So if you go into Messenger, there's, I think it's like an extra button, and you just copy and paste and send it. And no, nobody's ever said that they could. If that's a good question, I don't.
Okay. All right. And so the only time I'll pop back on if it's, because I did put this in my little group that I have too.
Yeah.
So if there's one that comes up that you don't recognize, I'll pop back in. But okay, I'm hiding again.
No, you're fine. Okay. Copy and paste works too. Yeah. Copy and paste would, Pinky. Yeah. Christine says, I didn't think you. Thank you, Christine. I didn't think that you could see it. Okay. So back to like they'll write down, they'll tell me what they thought, and then a lot of times I wanted to kind of throw into you guys what's nice about this, and this is where you really capitalize on the upsell without feeling like you are spamming people. Is like, for example, Tracy, my friend Tracy, she's on a cruise right now. So she messaged me. When I messaged her, she said, hey, I'm going to be leaving for the Bahamas soon. So I'm going to need some extra stuff because by the time that I get back, it'll be, time for Christmas and that sort of thing. And I said, what can I get you? And so Tracy, in addition to her jar of white balsam, she also added a carton of warm apple pie, a jar of Charlie Brown, a jar of gingerbread man, pumpkin bread, holiday home, and French almond croissant, and cinnamon. Okay. So I think that if this is something that if I say that, not to brag to you guys, but to tell you, for me, this has been the best way that I can follow up with some of my best customers without feeling like I'm pushing or like I'm being salesy by any way, shape, or form. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. I love sharing this. This has been so successful. I mean, I can't get it out enough. Okay. So if there's any questions more on the method, it's pretty simple. Like I said, I'll give you guys verbiage. Charlie Brown. It is a recipe, and I am happy to share it. It's a really good recipe. I'll share that after I pop off. So I want to tell you too, this one is a little bit more, I would call it fluffy than normal. To each their own, guys, when it comes to making these clubs. But I've seen in Consultant Corner where people are doing this, and I feel like they're losing out on money because they're making them too fancy, too flashy, so to speak. I pride myself on the fact that I don't want to lose any money, right? So with doing this, I make sure that I really am staying under that price point, so to speak. Okay, so this individual, and there's two different ways that I do it because, of course, they have the opportunity of adding the bundle or just the single jar. Mary Margaret this is hers. She didn't like white balsam, so she wanted to swap out. This is Sleigh Ride. Okay. So she lives here in town, and I want to talk about delivery here in just a second. So Mary Margaret has a jar of Sleigh Ride. Okay. To give you a visual. And then the rest of it, this is what I put in it. And I'm really super excited for these bags. So here's your bag. Isn't that cute? That's Amazon for the win, guys. Okay. So I got this little bag, and I think it's just because it's fancy and it's cute and it gives them something, I don't know. It just adds extra. They're very inexpensive, like super inexpensive. So that's what I always put it in if it's local delivery. And then if you haven't received the Paisley pick for the month of January, this is it. So when they get their club, they're going to know, because I've already made it known, that whatever scent comes in this bag, this real pretty little bag, is going to be what they need to smell first, so that they know if they like it for the next month. So hopefully everybody's following me. If you're not, be sure to just chime in. So this is Dreamy Vanilla Musk. And if you haven't received this yet, it's really, really good. Okay. So I always write down, I'm going to show you what I do. Okay. I write down on there January. Okay. So that they know. And it's usually in this. And then the name of the scent. And then my information on the bottom of that, so that they know that they need to kind of let me know first with that one. And then in addition to that, they get 3 other samples. Okay. So I have pumpkin driftwood in this one. And I actually make all of these ahead of time, so that it saves time, because if not, there's no way. So it's almost like an assembly line when I'm putting these together. Frosty the Snowman. And then this one is a mix, caramel apple. This is apple brulee and ooey gooey caramel. Okay. So they've got these 3 samples to try. And I'll tell you what this does is, a lot of times they'll say, oh my gosh, whatever you put in the brown bag and the sample, I want that for my jar. Okay. So it's getting them out of their comfort zone, and it's getting them excited about trying something new. Okay. And then since it's Christmas, everybody has to have, oh, that one looks like it's seen better days. That's okay. Chocolate. Okay. So this one is going to have a little bit more. I'm going to throw in a bunch of chocolates. And that is all that I'm putting in that one for the month. Okay. So very simple, nothing complicated. And then I will package this up. And for this one, I'm going to deliver. So I'm going to talk about that here in a second. So I do have adorable, just making sure I don't miss any comments. Okay. So I have a fair amount that I do local delivery for. There's the town that I live in here. I probably have, the irony is, I think I have more in the neighboring town than I do over here, but whatever. So I probably deliver about half, and I ship about half. I'll talk about shipping first. So shipping, I use Pirate Ship, and I ship right out of my house. So that price is figured into the Scent Club. And they're paying for that, of course, when they, at the end of the month, whenever they pay me for their club. And so then those are usually pretty easy, because then I just put those together. I use a bubble mailer, a 6.6. Let's see, I got one right here. Okay. So I've got a bubble mailer, right? And this is what that looks like. And then I've just found some cute little stickers. I tape this to the very front. Then it's got my information on right here. And then this just ships out to them in the bubble mailer. Okay. And then if they are local, so for local delivery, I'll put those together. And then I just do door drop off. So I think I started this, and I will tell you that if you're not doing local delivery, that this is really key. I firmly believe, I was actually telling one of my friends that is also another Pink Zebra person, that I believe I have 76 people, because I do offer that. So it takes me probably an hour and a half out of my day to deliver to the neighboring town. Maybe an hour and a half, because I have like a said route that I do. Okay. Do you mail jars? And then does your jar ever break in the bubble mailer? I do mail them. I usually have very little. I mean, if you put some bubble wrap around them, then you usually don't have any issues. I know some occasionally you will have one that busts, and then you have a whole nother ball of wax that you have to deal with. But some, I will say, yeah, that is a challenge. So get yourself some bubble wrap, and that's kind of the key. You got to really wrap it up really good. So, and then for the local deliveries, like I said, locally, I have a said system that I go, and then I just drop them off. When I think about what's making this so successful, though, that was probably the most challenging thing, is I can't really put my finger on it other than consistency. So whatever it is that you're doing, if you're attempting this and you might message people on the 4th of the month, or you might message them on the 29th of the month, there's no consistency. So being consistent and knowing that they're going to get that message from you every month on the 28th or the 29th has helped me immensely. And then letting them know that it's okay for them if they don't like the scent, that they can swap that out. I think that kind of gives them that, knowing that they have that option makes them want to participate in it even more. So let's see here. Anything else? Okay. I think that's kind of, you bet. Consistency, being very, and just being you.
So I wrote questions down as you were talking, and then you went back and answered. So you're like really thorough. So thank you. That was awesome. That is awesome. I mean, you make it sound like it's really simple.
I think I'll show you. Like, I think it is. Jessica looked at this book and she was just so blown away, because there's nothing complicated. I mean, this is my book, and it's so fun. I mean, it's almost like if you're not doing this, guys, you're really hurting yourself. I really do believe that, because I'm going to call this, and my team probably is tired of me calling this easy money, but it's easy sales. And for the time that it takes me at the end of every month, you're looking at probably couple hours of just messaging, and then a couple hours of delivery, maybe 5 or 6 hours out of the month to warrant $1,000 in sales.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it didn't just happen overnight, but I also look back on what it was that I was doing, and I wasn't doing a very good job. Follow-up, I'll be honest, probably wasn't my forte. Probably, I have some really, really great customers. Actually, I think one of them, I added her to your group, and now she's a consultant because it's Scent Club.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. There.
Yeah.
And so she does it with her customers. They know Scent Club. I have 2 really great consultants that came out of Scent Club because they are modeling what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Local delivery. You do how?
Driving around, right?
Can you post a picture of what you post in your VIP group? Alexis, I absolutely will. So local delivery, Christine, I just put them in the car and I pack it up and away we go.
I tell you, I think loyal customers come from delivering. I know it's a nightmare sometimes, and there are days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've got to do these deliveries because I have so much going on. But at the end of the day, I'm so glad that I do it. And the customers love deliveries of any kind.
They do. And Alexis, has anyone, I'm reading your comment. She said, I started with 20 and now I'm down to 4. I need to start doing more follow-up. Are you consistently reaching out to them every single month on the same day? And another thing too, Dana, when I talk to you about this, I think that when they see, so like I might post, I showed all of this. So this is the jar, and then I'll display it really pretty, but like all of the samples. And then I'm only doing this month because it's Christmas and chocolate. But I'll put that together really pretty, and then put a picture and just say, Scent Club members, this is coming to a mailbox near you. And then I'll tell you what happens is somebody, even though it's the craziest thing to me that I've been doing this for now, we're just 4 months shy of 2 years. Yeah. Somebody in that group's going to say, what's Scent Club?
Always.
Well, let me just tell you, or then somebody else says, I see people out in public or at a party. This happened. Oh, here, I want to show you guys this. This is really great. Now, I have this. I take this to my events too. The price on this is wrong. So I definitely need to adjust that, but they get the gist of it. So I have this made. Okay. So you have VIP glove, and then basically what's a paisley pick.
Yeah.
And then over here, what they get when they join. I don't know if there's a glare off of that. and then just up here at the top, my info. And so I laminated it, and it says on here just how it works. Every month you are enrolled, you'll receive a sample of the following month's scent. If you like it, then you'll receive a jar. Not your favorite, that's okay. Pick any scent to receive instead. You get a new scent every month. And so this will drum up business, and I'll get people interested in joining if I'm doing an event or a home party. And it's
Alexis said that she always makes a post and they let her know whether they're in and out. I will tell you, I do not count on people seeing your posts. It's really crazy to me. I have people all the time that will, like today, in fact, I took some things. I had a luncheon with a group of ladies, and I took some things that a couple of the ladies ordered, and the other ladies that were sitting there that are also in my VIP group said, "Oh my gosh, that is so cute. When did those come out?" And I'm like, I posted them in the group. Like, they don't see the post. I don't even see posts. I am on Facebook when I'm doing stuff with you guys, or making a post and I'm off. Every now and then I'll scroll, but I miss so many things on Facebook. So definitely do the reaching out like Beth is talking about, even if if it's a message or whatever, because they're not seeing the post. I promise.
And a lot of times, they're not seeing it, or you just ask. I'm going to message, all my posts, my past ones after this live, and see if they went in. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Keep me posted on that. And, they want that connection, that one-on-one. But the best part too is that when I'm at an event or I'm at a party, somebody will say, usually it's the hostess, because all my hostesses are a part of this. They'll say, "Oh my gosh, you've got to do her scent thing.
Yeah,
You've got to do her scent thing. This is the best thing ever." And then,
so cool.
Somebody's like, "Well, what's the scent thing?" And then, "Well, let me show you. Let me tell you about it." And I just let him talk and let him share.
Let them sell it for you.
And then let him sell it for you. But too, I think something else that we got to remember, I don't know about you guys, but I think sometimes we get stuck on certain fragrances and, we're not willing to branch out to try new things. That's what this does.
Yeah.
My mother is I love her dearly, but she is my most difficult customer because cinnamon and caramel, man.
I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean? Like nothing. I'm like, "Mom, come on. You want to smell something different." Well, I started her on Scent Club and I just give it to her. She's my mom. And she's like, "Oh, I never would have tried this if you wouldn't have given it." So she's out of her comfort scent zone.
That's
so
awesome.
I think a lot of customers are like that though.
Oh, 100%. Or they're afraid to mix things or whatever it is. They're just afraid to try something new. So I think, that's such a great thing. So
it is, and it's definitely paying off for me. But I'm going to go into more detail when I see Dana in Texas and for Be the Change or whatever. And hopefully everybody that's on your number 5, you can make it down to Be the Change.
I know. I hope so. We actually have a couple of spots still left. So if anybody is curious about what it is and all that kind of stuff, you can message me. But it's going to be a good one. It's year 5. So we're kind of making a big deal out of it. So
yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Definitely.
And Beth will be
there. Yes. I can't wait.
I know.
It's always nice to come to Texas in January because it's freezing in Illinois.
Well, that's true. The weather you can pretty much count on it here, but also it's just a great way to start the year off, getting engaged and taking off, I love it. So
me too.
Yay. Well, Beth, thank you so much. We're going to keep it short. We hit right at 30 minutes. So that was perfect.
Yes. Yes.
So if you guys have questions, this should remain in the thread, and then you can ask your questions here. And I know, Beth, you said you were going to put a couple of things out there.
I've got verbiage I'll share with you guys.
That's
and
awesome.
Then, of course, one more thing, too, that helps me. I might star their name if just to jog my memory, if they might have opted out the month prior, because if they've opted out, I don't want to send them, "Hey, what did you think of White Balsam?"
Oh, yeah.
So, you gotta really pay attention to that. So for somebody like that, I might say, "Hey, Casey, I just wanted to touch base. I know you weren't a part of Scent Club last month, but the scent of the month is White Balsam." And it depends on the person. Some of them are like, "Yeah, that sounds like me." Or some of them are like, "Yeah, no, maybe I'll try a sample," But just knowing your people and knowing, hey, if they weren't a part of that, your verbiage, how you spin that to them
Yep.
makes a huge difference.
100%. I agree.
So
100%.
anyways.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Mhm.
Someone said regrouping and planning for 2022. So yay.
That's
Lots of
right.
that going on right now, I think. Right?
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Great job. Thank you for sharing. Oh,
Yes.
Cassandra's
Thank
on
you.
during school.
Oh, hi, Cassandra. She's sneaking on. That's
She says
awesome.
I'm sneaking on. I'll
Yeah.
give you verbiage. I know somebody, Alexis, had asked for
Oh,
verbiage,
yeah, she
and
did.
then
That's great.
Christine had wanted a couple of my recipes. So I'm more than happy to share
Thank
those too.
you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. So much. Okay, well, I guess we
Go
will
ahead.
catch up later, and you guys all have a great day and a great weekend. Thank you
Alrighty.
again,
Thanks,
Beth.
Dana.
I appreciate it.